have a guest from up north. I firmly believe the only reason you haven't seen more of him is geography. So, let's give a big hand for our next guest, Mr. Dylan Meek.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Woo!
Really excited to be back here. I'm excited the holidays are right around the corner. Christmas is coming up. My mom messaged me this morning on Facebook. She's like, "Do you have a Christmas list?" I asked for new jeans. Not pants, but genetics. This bipolar disorder and gap tooth isn't working, and I'm really hoping. I don't know how into science she is, but maybe she can pull it off. I'm from Mason City, so a bit of a drive. It's it's more of a town than a city. There's enough people for it to be weird sometimes, but not enough for it to be really weird. But I was hanging out at the bar and I was talking to my buddy about one of my favorite things. I found a new candle at TJ Maxx that I really fucking love, and so I was telling him how it reminded me of being a little kid and the way my mom's car smelled. Fucking love that candle, dude. And this guy at the table behind me leans in and he goes, "Candles are gay." So I said, "Dude, when I was 15, I had my best friend's dick so deep in my throat I could smell his belly button." And you know what it didn't smell like? Candles. Candles aren't gay, they're fucking wonderful. Sorry you don't like nose joy. That sounds like cocaine. That's not cocaine, it's candles for me. You should call it something different next time. Put that in my notes. I've been jerking off for like 20 years. Not like consecutively, but like pretty regularly. It was getting a little stale at one point. I was getting kind of tired of myself. I'd switched up hands and sat on one until it was no stranger. I've done all those things. You know, like as men do. Right, guys? Yeah, you know. Nobody knows. But I found a new routine for when I jerk off that I really enjoy, so I'll share it with you guys. Maybe you can take it home. So what I do is I run myself a bath, right? I get my lavender scented Epsom salts in there. A little bit of bubble bath. Dr. Teal, Dr. Teagues, can't remember. Anybody know? Teal, Teague? Yeah, Teals, thank you, yeah. You know. So I got that, and get the aromas, burn my candle in every now and then if I'm feeling fancy. The bathroom light's got a dimmer switch. I'm not wealthy, but I'm doing okay. Dim the lights up, and usually there's a pregame to this. Usually I have to sit in my bed because I'm very picky, so I have to find like the right video, and then I have to find the right moment in the video, and then I have to rewind it so I can time it to come at the exact point in the video that I want to come at. So I pregame in my bed, and then I go and fill the bath up, I sit on the toilet, and I kind of get myself amped up. I'm like, we're gonna do this. It's gonna be so fucking good. God, I deserve this. And then I'll sit on the edge of the tub and I'll dip my feet in that warm water. Oh my God. It's like a mother's hug. No, it's not like that. I'll call that something else next time too. Put that one in the notes. But it feels really good. And then I'll usually, when I jerk off, I'll just come into I do this at night usually. It just feels weird to do it in the morning. I just feel like there's just people. I don't really know what that means, but that's the feeling. And there's like, everybody's awake. Even if they're not here, and usually like, you know that post-masturbatory shame that you get sometimes, or afterwards you're like, oh my God, everybody that I've ever loved is trying to hug me right now and I've got cum in my hand. So I do it at night. I get distracted. That's the thing that just happened. But yeah, I don't like to jerk off into like disposable materials. I don't send my kids to the landfill, I put them through the wash. So I'll just come in the boxers I was wearing that day. But a couple weeks ago I was doing my routine and I was having a great time, but as I was about to finish I realized I walked into the bathroom naked. But I didn't realize that until I was about to, you know, spoot. I don't feel like you should call it coming when you're alone because it's like, yeah, I'm gonna come. No, I'm gonna spoot. It's more friendly. I pat myself on the back. Here comes the spoot, buddy. We did it. We made it. And I realized I didn't have any boxers. And I had to, like, do you know how well the brain works while you're actively ejaculating? It's not at all. It doesn't work. It shuts. It's just primitive, like ape brain. It's just a brief pause before all the shame rolls in. Here it comes. Oh, there it went. Fuck. Ugh. But I didn't have my boxers, and so I had to make a decision, and it's like I can either come up on my belly or I can come down into the tub. And I just shot it right into the tub. And now, an ethical dilemma. That's a lot of water. There's people in other countries less fortunate than myself that would drink that water as is. Because it's cleanish. I can't drain the tub and start over. That's fucked up. I'd feel bad. So I just got in. You guys, everybody here knows what warm water does to cum, right? It makes it weird. I don't know how to tell you how it's weird, but it makes it weird. Like, cum on its own is already kind of strange. Put it in some warm water and it gets really strange. It behaves differently. It sort of spreads out, but it's like stranded together still. So I'm in there and I'm trying to bathe and relax, but I'm actively having to fight it off. And get away. But then I realized something really cool. I'm sitting in a bathtub full of submarines made of my own DNA. I call them my little tubby stubbies, and I think we'll hang out again. Thank you. I realized the other day that my balls have way more skin than I ever actually took the time to appreciate. I was laying in bed and I was stretching it like a bat wing, you know, that's what I call it. And I had it stretched out, I felt like if I got a running start, I could catch a breeze and take it out. And I was like, God, there's a lot of skin, and I started to wonder what I could conceal in it. So it's like there's a ping pong ball in a cup outside of our bedroom, and I wrap that up, no fucking problem. I could at least have 8 more testicles comfortably, probably. And then I was like, man, I went to the kitchen and I was like, what else can I put in there? I'm looking around for stuff. Just anything spherical, you know? That felt like I didn't want any edges, I don't want to get poked while I'm trying to do my experiments. And so, you know the little oranges?
Cuties!
Cuties, yeah! So I saw a cutie and I was like, I bet. I'm pretty sure. So I took it back to the bedroom, and I laid on my back and I stretched it. I got the whole thing in there. And that tells me, because cuties are about the size of a pool ball, so I know I can fit one of those too. And then the worst thing I did that day was that I put it back. But the way I see it, they're gonna peel it anyways, unless it's a fucking animal eating the thing. I know my girlfriend, she's pretty civilized. I did piss her off the other day. I flicked her in the neck. She's a sturdy gal, but she can't handle a flick to the gizzard, I'll tell you that. Did not care for it. A lot of crazy shit going on in the world right now. I need these things to feel okay and you know, struggle with the mental stuff. But I've been thinking a lot about the Roe v. Wade thing. Pretty raw deal that, but I've been mostly thinking about how Roe v. Wade doesn't sound like a landmark court case. It sounds more like a debate to get across a kind of shallow body of water. Just 2 dudes standing by a creek. I don't know, Greg, it's moving pretty quickly. It's only waist deep, Aaron. And the canoe's back at the car. Well, do you want to row or do you want to wade? I do want to be clear in my stance, though. I very much, I have a kind of strict stance on abortion, but I believe it should be a right, obviously. I just don't think it should, it shouldn't even have to cheer for it. It should just be a fucking given. God, that annoys me, but I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm not mad at you. I'm just mad at the situation. I got distracted again. But yeah, I have a strict belief. I don't think abortion should ever take place after like the first or maybe the second year of life. Somebody prematurely agreed with me. I heard it in the back. She's like, yes. No. That was fucking awesome. I appreciate that. They say, my grandma, she's a crazy old bitch. I think she's the one that gave me bipolar, but I love her, and she knows she's a crazy old bitch, and she's made her peace with it. It's too late for meds and therapy. She's like in her 70s now, and she's fucking a 96-year-old who just had a stroke. And I'm distracted again. I think sometimes I overshare. But she's the one that told me she was fucking him, so I think she does too. So that's where I got that as well. Got a lot from that lady. But she likes to give me the old people advice, you know, like when old people give advice, and it's, you know, usually pretty structurally sound, it makes sense, and it comes from being alive a while, you know, you pick things up. For its 96-year-old man that she picks up. Fucking Frank. And it sucks because his name's Frank, and when I do this, when I tell people about this, Frank sounds just like you're making up a name for an old guy. But that's the real old guy, is Frank. But whenever I go see her, she always gives me that, like little golden nugget of old people advice. She always says, be careful on the drive. Remember, most accidents happen close to home. You guys heard that? Yeah, so I guess you get like complacent or something. And I was like, whatever. Every time she said it, I'm just in my head, I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking, whatever. And then last week I shit my pants in my driveway. Remember when I said I had my best friend's dick so deep in my throat that I could smell his belly button? Can I tell you guys that story before I get out of here? Alright, so I've always been kind of more on the feminine side, the way I carry myself. I grew up in a town called Osage. There's 7,000 people. Yeah, it's a small town, but different doesn't do well there. I don't know why I kept the quotes going. I overdid it, now nobody knows where I'm at. Different, there we go, nailed it. It doesn't do well in a town of 7,000 people where it's primarily fucking farming, fishing, and if you're not involved with any of that, you're probably on meth. I did that, that's the crowd I went with. I had my struggles with that as well, so I thought I was just kind of seeing what they were about. I was studying my local tweakers, and then I kind of just went native, I think is what they call it. But okay, different doesn't do well there. A lot of people thought I was gay, and I wasn't offended because to me it wasn't offensive because it's not. But my worry was that like maybe they're right. Like I don't know, I've never tried. So it's 8th period PE, and corner my friend in the locker room after we shower, we'll stand there naked and. For the sake of the joke, respecting him, we'll call him Eric Austin McKay of 453 Poplar Street, Osage, Iowa. I went up to Eric Austin McKay. He's in the Navy, which I think makes sense. I said, Eric, let me suck your dick. They said, all right. Really solid friend. It's just a good egg, you know, Eric Austin McKay, 453 Poplar Street. And anyways, we gotta figure out where to do it. We can't go to my house. It's 3:40 by the time we get home from school. My mom gets off work. She's home by 5. I don't know how long this takes. So we go to his house. And that feels better, but we're in the basement. It's like the family den downstairs, and all the pictures of everybody are up on the wall. And like, I don't think we should do this here. But he had like it wasn't a tree house, it was more of a clubhouse, but it was up, it was like elevated. It was a clubhouse that was off the ground. And it had air conditioning and a fridge. So I feel like I hit the jackpot there. I did it with some style. We got up there and he pulled his dick out, and for some reason I just took my shirt off. So I'm standing there, no shirt, skinny jeans and Vans. And I get down, and it never occurred to me that dicks sometimes are soft when you start to suck them. So slipped it into my mouth, and the minute that the tip of that penis passed the threshold of my lips, alarms went off. No, this isn't for me. I didn't have a dad, but if I did, he wouldn't raise a fucking quitter. I still sucked that dick to completion. You guys have a great night. Thank you so much.